Ellen Mulkey, and I'm the director here at Focus Academy. And we're very excited to have 11 graduates with us today. This is our largest graduating class, so that's fun for us and exciting for all of them as well. We have had 5 graduating classes, so it's nice that just by our 5th graduating class, we have 11 students graduating this year. It's very exciting. I'm going to start us off today. I have asked all of the students to say a few words, to which, of course, they are very nervous about. So I'm going to get us started because it's nerve-wracking for everyone to have to get up in front of people and say speeches. So I figured if I could set the example, then maybe we could have each of you have a turn to say a few things. I have 3 things I really want to say to you guys today. So I'm going to turn and face you. Wake up. No, that's not what I mean. The first thing I want to say is when you are leaving here, you're going out into the world, the real world as we call it a lot of times. And we tell you all the time to make good life choices. Somebody does, Miss Abby. Some of the things, though, that I want to tell you to make sure that you do is fail. One of the things that J.K. Rowling said is that it's impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all. We don't want you to go out into this world and fail by default because you haven't lived at all, because you haven't tried to do things. We want you to go out and try your best and try many things. And you know what? You're going to fail at some things because that's how life is. The second thing I want you to do is you're going to have fear in life, but do it anyway. So when you have fear in your life, many times what people will do is they'll make a choice of their career path because they're being cautious, which they call practical. So they go out into life and they're practical their entire life. They don't go out and take any chances because they're fearful. So what I want you to do is don't go out and ask what's possible. Instead, go out and say, what do I have to do in order to make this happen? One of the things that Ellen DeGeneres likes to say is, make your own path. We've all heard that. Go out, forge your own path. Make your own path. Unless you're lost in the woods, then find a path and follow it. The third thing is to take action. You can be a passive victim of your challenges, of your quirks, of your circumstances, but we don't want you to do that. We want you to go out and take action because you can go out and you can be the superhero of your own life. This is your first step of a new chapter in life. You get to go out and make your own choices now. How many times have each of you said to me, I don't have any say in my life. I just want to get to where I can make my own choices. This is that time. You're finally here. And I'm very excited for that. It's your choice. It's your life. Go out and live it to the fullest. Now I'm going to call each of you up to say a few words. I know that some of you have things written out, and you're welcome to read those if you want to. And I would like for each of you just to say a few things. And we are going to start with Aria Howard.
After being in such a large middle school, I was afraid of going to high school with thousands of kids, so I chose to go to Challenge High School for my freshman year. It was quite difficult for me because of my learning problems. I couldn't comprehend what was on my test. My anxiety and my ADHD was getting in the way of everything. I also wasn't very social. I didn't really talk to anyone. I was always by myself, and my friends didn't understand why. 3 weeks into sophomore year, I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't fit in, I didn't understand my work, and my teachers didn't understand me. There was too much homework and too many students in the classroom at one time for me to get any one-on-one help. So I decided to start the process of looking at other schools and possibly transferring to another. It was all very sudden. My dad told me about a private school called Focus Academy. He had heard about it from a friend and told me that it was what it was all about. He said it would be like nothing I was used to, and it was really small, almost like a homeschool setting. However, I didn't care. I just wanted to get out of my high school. So a week later, I came to Focus for a trial day. It was, in fact, very different than anything I had ever experienced. There were less than 15 students in the room, and they were all working on started attending full-time after that day, and immediately I loved it. Once starting at Focus, I quickly got ahead. I finished all of my high school work nearly 6 months early. I learned about important everyday life lessons and how to be social. I learned about making and keeping friends and how to deal with stress, anger, and anxiety. Having therapy every week has helped me tremendously. Although it took me 3 years of being with Abby to see that she's usually right, she ended up helping me so much along that time. She taught me how to manage my anxiety and depression and how to handle problems at home with friends, teachers, and schoolwork. Without her, I don't know if I would have made it through a lot of difficult times. If you know me, then you know I'm just horrible at math. It's like looking at a car manual that's written in German. In 9th grade, I almost failed algebra and I didn't get the help I needed. I had math tutors in middle school, but I never understood anything. When I started geometry here, I felt hopeless, but then Miranda came to my school. She was really good at math and she helped me almost every day that entire school year. If it wasn't for her helping me with math, I would probably still be in 10th grade. She literally helped me so much more than she knows. Throughout that time, I formed a special friendship with her, and I'm happy I've gotten to know her. Having Miss Linda and Mr. Mike here to help me with work has been very helpful to me as well. Miss Linda has never given up on me. She always made sure I understood what I was doing, and she didn't just move me along like other teachers, and for that, I greatly appreciate her. Mr. Mike came to the school. I thought he was different than other teachers I had met before. I enjoy his sarcasm, and his advice is really helpful. He always helps me with practical things and lessons I need in life. I liked being in his class and hearing his stories. Another thing I love about Focus is the fact that I'm free to be who I want to be. Everyone accepts me for who I am. No one makes fun of me for the way I dress or talk or how I act. I can be goofy or funny, and I'm not afraid of what anyone thinks. I love the small environment here and how I'm friends with everyone. I like how some of my classmates look up to me. Sometimes when I come in late after a doctor's appointment, I'll walk in at lunchtime and everyone will be so happy to see me. I've never had that happen before. It's really nice to have that feeling. It's nice to know that everybody cares about me and how I'm doing. Being here has matured me so much. I'm almost a different person on the inside. I've been through so much while being here, like surgery, moving houses, and having a death in my family. I don't know if I could have made it through some of that without knowing I could come here and be with these kids and staff who will help me. I recently went on a senior trip to San Antonio. That was really the first time I had gone away without my family. I had an amazing fun time. I really enjoyed it. If I stayed at Challenge, I don't think I would have ever done something like this, but the staff here believed in me that I could do it, and I'm proud of myself for going. Now as I transition more into adulthood, I'm so happy I have the school here to help me. Miss Kenitha and Miss Jacqueline have been extremely helpful with this whole process, and the fact that I'll have them next year while I go to college is awesome. I know that if I have a problem with something or just need someone to talk to, I can talk to them. I'm very, very grateful for this. I can't believe that I graduated today. I never thought that I would graduate school or on time or graduate at all. If I had stayed at Challenge, I don't know what would have happened to me. I'm so thankful that I've had the opportunity to spend the majority of my high school years here at Focus. It's like a second home to me, and they're my family. Coming to Focus was the best decision I've ever made.
Next we have Grant Marnier.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Grant Marnier. Graduates, teachers, parents, we made it! Congratulations to my fellow classmates of 2016, my friends for the last 4 years. Ms. Jacqueline and teachers, thank you for not letting us think like others. You've allowed us to think outside the box during our school years. And thank you for not giving us long and tedious homework assignments. We have time for our families, hobbies, friends, therapy sessions, and social development without being burned out. I was fortunate to find my art talent early on, but this would not have been possible without Focus Academy allowing me the time that I need to find me. So, Ms. Jacqueline, you, the teachers and staff, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to dare to dream. Friends, don't let others make fun of a quirky behavior or attitude. Believe me, my obsession for paper, it drove others nuts when I was younger. But my wonderful mother saw my art talent early on, and she helped me. And she found Focus Academy to help us. So classmates, dare to dream. We have support and love that others could only wish for. Don't be afraid to ask, and then ask again. Just go for it. Use your education and skills that you've acquired to be successful. And everyone, remember, it's not what we can't do, but it's what we can do that'll make the difference. Thank you.
Now we have Jared Tracton.
I didn't really bring my script with me today, so I'm just going off the top of my head. I apologize. But coming to Focus was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. Whenever I started high school, I was falling asleep in class. I was failing all of my courses, and overall I was unproductive. Coming to Focus, I was able to find confidence in myself. I was able to truly understand myself and my disabilities, and I was able to receive the accommodations that I truly needed in order to graduate. If it wasn't for all of you, for all of my friends, to get me through this very, very tough year for me, I honestly don't think I would be here today. I thank all of you. I thank all of my classmates. I thank all of the teachers and staff for being there for me. You are truly the light of my life. Thank you.
Now we'll hear from Wyatt Bowen.
I didn't really prepare, so pretty much being in public school before I found out about Focus Academy was awful. I didn't really get the help and accommodations that I needed, and one of my mom's best friends told her about Focus, and I was like, I'll try it out. And it's been one of the best things that we found out about, and I don't know where I would be without Focus Academy, the teachers, my family, my friends. Thank you guys.
Next we have Tyler Stragan.
Hi. I haven't actually been at Focus very long. I started last summer. I'm from Louisiana, as many of you know, and things back there really weren't working out very well. So we moved to Texas to try to get a new start, and we found Focus pretty early on, and it made a drastic change. I mean, several years ago, I couldn't have possibly seen myself here today. I didn't think I would ever graduate. I didn't think I'd amount to anything, but I've changed, and I realized I was wrong. I am capable of a lot more than I thought I was. You all have made Focus a place that I will never forget. The impact you've made is astounding. It's really been sort of a safe place for me. But it's also taught me that you can't always feel safe. You have to step outside of your comfort zone. We've all made a lot of precious memories together, and I'm never going to forget them. I am so thankful for all I have gained from Focus Academy. I've made improvement unimaginable, really close friends that I'll never forget, and memories that I will cherish always. Thank you for allowing me to be part of Focus Academy.
I didn't actually think I'd be in. I guess estimating this off the top of my head, 2.5, well, probably more than that. Let's say 5 years. I've learned to look at situations from every angle. Not just one angle, not just one side, just every angle I could possibly imagine. I've learned to become more open to suggestions and constructive criticism. I say as my dad rolls his eyes. But anyway, I'd like to thank all of my teachers and family members and friends for just being there, for existing, for help, for pushing me to be better at what I want to be as a person. I'm sorry. Still. A special thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Moore, who, without them, I wouldn't even be able to be at Focus. Now that I'm finished, what would I do? I guess I could finally get done with my driving because nothing's in the way. Get the editing software I need for my future job, and see what the future has ahead of me. Suppose that's all.
Next we have Joe Couillon.
Hello everyone, friends, family, Romans. Yeah, I know. Lots of the times that I've been around at schools, I just think that I was surprised how education was handled, as it was a very important topic, and in some areas it was suppressed, neglected, and it's very difficult because most things, as they were suppressed, it was very difficult to get an understanding of the world and what was going on outside it. One we knew. Most things that people are ignorant of tend to pull a 180 on them, stab them in the back, whatnot. So it's usually knowledge, and understanding, preparedness, openness, being able to know exactly what's going on out in the world that can help us. Unfortunately, I didn't really know exactly where I was, who I was, what I had, what I might not have had. It was all a big amount of confusion, and let's just say in middle school, late elementary, I would need a GPS to tell me where I was. Hell on earth. Until eventually I managed to come to Focus, and that actually helped me get a better understanding of myself, other people. See, I was at a time where I was becoming far less social, thinking that I was probably the only thing I could rely on, thinking that even if I devoted all my time or whatnot to something, that it would always turn on me. But maybe that's because probably I was alone and wasn't able to understand myself or others that well. And what this all really boils down to is that understanding is a very important thing. Being able to understand other people, yourself, and the world around you, how to deal with them. The thing is that people do change, and sometimes it's hard to figure out where you are if you're always changing. And people do change, that's good. And having people help you on your way to change, that's a great thing, because some people must have felt lost and probably needed someone like Tolkien's Gandalf or J.K. Rowling's Hagrid to come get you somewhere. And honestly, I don't feel so good right now. realize now that being able to understand other people is maybe we should.
It's okay, Colleen. It's okay.
That's why I actually I can see that coming.
Right, all the excited pass out? He's okay. He's okay.
And in a perfect follow-up to Joe is Michael Correa.
Alright, so I had a card with something to say on it, but it was mostly just really bad puns, so it's kind of useless. Alright, so about 4 years ago was it, I had just gotten back from France. I was homeschooled. I was a loser with pretty much no friends. Now I'm just a loser. Thank you for this. I honestly never thought I would be here dressed in a goofy hat, standing in front of a lot of people giving a speech, telling dumb jokes. Seriously though, I'd like to thank everyone for helping me. I'd like to thank all the guidance Coach has given me. And that's all.
Next is Blake Tyree. He thought I was going to skip him.
Hello. Wasn't sure how to do this things. I was a genius and didn't crank my speech. So I would just like to thank everyone that helped me through my time at Focus. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to manage the knockout performance like Joe and Michael. So thank you, everyone.
Next we have Colleen Burns.
Well, when I first started school, I was like
He can't help but mention me. It's our relationship.
Joined Focus. I thought it was just going to be like any other school that I've been to, where there's just a bunch of other kids in the same classroom as you, and that pretty much it's a fight for survival. Early on in my years in middle school, I was taken from a level of just being an outcast to a level of being everyone's ragdoll. I was bullied. I felt outside of everyone else's circles. I didn't have as many friends, if any. I didn't have what it really took to be the person that they wanted me to be. And then finally, it just got to the point where I just broke down. I had it. I couldn't go anymore. Otherwise, I could have been a potential hazard to my own life and to others. When I first joined Focus, after that, I immediately noticed that there was a sense of peace and tranquility in the school. There wasn't all the chaos of everyone running around to get to their lockers. There wasn't a foul sense in the air that everyone else was out to get you, and that you were in a family of all of your own. For the first time, for my first year there, I pretty much spent my time learning how to get around the school and how to do things in a way that was smooth and easy to go through. After that, I learned that the people there are going to be friends for life, and that you don't have to just pretend to be friends, you can actually be friends. And after I learned how to make friends and actually keep friends I knew were going to last, I learned how to trust my teachers and to put faith in adults instead of just trying to keep myself away from them. Coming to Focus, I've learned how to grow in ways I haven't before. I've learned things that no other teacher could teach you, and I've come to terms with my disabilities and have been able to learn how to just ignore what others outside of the world say, and how to just let the bullet fly by. I'm pretty surprised that I actually did end up graduating, considering the fact that when I was, whenever I was a baby and my parents adopted me from the orphanage at 3, we went to a doctor to see what was wrong with me, because I was not developed properly. Was barely able to walk, and the doctor said that he'd be lucky to be able to get through elementary school, let alone middle school and high school. But here I am today. I've made it through high school. I've made it through all my other grades, schools. I've made it through 3 surgeries, all of which are major grade. And I've made it through many other things and have accomplished so much, like my Run for Kids that I did when I was 9 years old to raise $26,000 for the orphanages in Ukraine, particularly my orphanage. And just this past year, I gained the rank of Eagle Scout in Boy Scouts, and all of that would not have been possible through the help and the love and compassion of all the teachers and staff and students at Focus Academy.
Joe would like to finish up his speech.
Okay, I'm back. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties, and say great thing that the school has helped me out with was, like I said, understanding is important. I was able to come to terms with what I couldn't do, but I was also able to figure out what I could do and how I could do it, and I realized that I could not only believe in myself, but I could also believe in everyone else that was here around me. And I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's given me their support, their help, their advice, everything, and my friends. It was great meeting you all, and I hope we'll be able to still stay in contact. Because it was great knowing that I'm not the only one out there with problems. So coming to Focus was like finding out that I could still have friends and wherever I went, even if all of us seem to be like some, all of our characterizations seem to have been written by Kid Apiano or something. I swear, if when everyone tells me congratulations, I see a penguin, I might lose it again. I want to say thank you very much once again. Goodbye. Thanks for all the fish, and one more thing. I hope I haven't bored you. I figured out I could do. I guess everyone should be able to figure out what they can do as well, and go out there and help everyone else realize what they can do. Like I said, some people just are. There's a lot of kids out there that are waiting for some Hagrid or Gandalf to show up, and I'm thinking that lots of us were probably like that at some point. So why not go out there and be a Gandalf or Hagrid? See you out there, everyone.
Okay, first up we had Wyatt Anton Bowen. Colleen Burns. Joe Kubian. Maria Howard. Grant Dean Marnett.
Wait, not my
No other graduation, no other graduation. Go, give it a minute. We have time, we'll have time. Michael Paré. Go. Alex Sledson. Okay, class of 2016, you can now move your tassel to the other side.